Hey guys, Kevin and Ralph with the Church Guys. We're 2 days away from Easter. Today is actually Good Friday.
That's right.
So why don't we talk about that? I mean, I think that's a good topic.
That's a great topic. Friday, as we all know, Easter Sunday, and my family, has always been pretty big into Easter. We do what most folks do on Easter. We go to church, we come home, we go to Grandma's house for a big meal, we hunt some eggs, and pretty much call it a day. But there's a lot more to Easter than that. But what do you guys do for Easter?
Pretty much the same thing. Only they all end up at my house somehow.
Yeah.
So we're in the whole rigorously cleaning mode right now, getting everything kind of straight and organized, bringing everybody over. So we'll do the church thing. Everybody come over, eat a big meal. My kids are probably too old to do the whole Easter egg thing now.
Oh, no, you're never too old, especially if there's money in the eggs.
But see, that's the problem. I'm not putting money in the eggs.
Oh, well, see, I have to put my own money in there. I have to find it and claim it back for the children.
We could probably try that this year.
That's true.
I'll just have to be the one that hides them so I can make sure I find the money eggs.
So, if you are seeing this before Easter and you don't have plans to attend a church, find one in your area and attend.
I'm glad you brought that up. There are a ton of different kind of worship services going on this week.
That's
true. My daughter's serving at a church over across the bridge in Memphis, kind of doing a little internship thing, and they're pulling out all the stops. They're doing Good Friday services. They're doing Easter services. Our church got a big service planned, but they're all kind of different formats and
that's
forms,
true. And it's a good time actually if you're one of those people that shows up at church every Easter or Christmas, like my family kind of used to do, just to make sure Jesus didn't forget about us.
The Jesus holidays.
Yes, exactly. Because
Jesus holidays.
You really want to touch base a couple times a year. Hey, still here, Jesus. Appreciate all the hard work.
Thanks. See you in about 6 months.
Right. So, this is a good time to plug in and get, recharged. You mentioned spring cleaning. You guys are doing some of that. And spring's a good time. I hope spring's eternal. Baseball season's about to start. Warm weather, get outside, but find time to plug into a local church.
Well, there's something that's always kind of bothered me about the whole Easter holiday. Not
bothered you?
I love the reason that we celebrate Easter.
Sure,
the whole crucifixion and death, resurrection. That's the important part. So no, not that. But just why is it never on the same date?
Oh well, okay. I get what you're saying. Christmas,
just
by comparison, always on December 25th.
I can plan for that.
Yeah, we don't float it around. Maybe we'll do it here, mid-December, early January, depending on the weather. There's actually a very strict formula for calculating the Easter. You see, if the groundhog sees his shadow, then Christmas and Easter are switched. And we have Christmas early and then Easter.
Well, then my kids aren't going to get anything.
Oh, that's too bad. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of that wrong. It's actually based on the old tradition of when the fireworks go off, then we celebrate the birthday of America. And then from there, depending on how bright they are, we can judge how many months it is until Easter. And
I don't think that's right either.
Okay. All right. No. In all sincerity, it actually there's a formula to it. But we get confused a little bit because it's not really based on our calendar. They didn't have the calendar that we have now. There wasn't,
so they didn't get confused by February.
Right, yeah, 28 days. What February do anyway, you know what I'm saying? That's a deep thought.
Yeah, it really is.
But anyway, it's actually, and I've written this down so I don't mess it up because it does get a little complicated.
Okay.
So, Easter is based on the first Sunday after the first full moon that takes place on or after the first day of spring, the vernal equinox.
Oh, Jesus was a Chevrolet driver?
No. See, equinox is not just a Chevy. It means the first day of spring. See,
okay.
Spring, again,
But is it the first day of spring always on the same day, or is it not?
Well, it is, but the moon, you see, doesn't exactly comply with our strict calendar. So it's the lunar cycle, and I'm not making this up, is actually 28 days.
Okay.
So every 28 days, the moon basically becomes full and then starts getting smaller. And the new moon, which is
It's kind of like me.
yes, except you're more of an ever-expanding project rather than every 28 days you start over.
Okay, gotcha.
Unless you do one of those,
That would be
cleanses
cool.
and all
Yeah,
that.
that would be cool.
That'd be
That'd be
cool,
cool.
especially with
Called
like
a lunar cleanse.
lunar cleanse.
I like that.
At,
Lunar cleanse. Yes. Okay, go on.
Okay, so anyway, that's how they determine when Easter is, and
Okay.
so it moves around the calendar. It can be anywhere between mid-March and mid-April, depending on the calendar. But the important thing is that it's also tied to a number of very important events, including Jesus' arrival. He rode in on the donkey, and they're waving
with the
palm
palm leaves. That's the whole Palm Sunday
Right,
thing, right?
that's the week before.
Gotcha,
And it all leads up to the events that you've read in the Bible, hopefully, about Jesus arriving and being judged by the Jewish leadership.
Yeah, that turns out that took place all in one night.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that until I heard a good doctor friend of ours kind of go through a presentation on that.
and that's important also. Good Friday, that's when Jesus was crucified, obviously.
Right. So that means that the whole trials took place the night before, like on a Thursday, right?
Right.
Technically, I mean, we don't know if it was that day of the week, but
Yeah, they probably didn't call it Thursday. Probably some Jewish word that's
can't pronounce.
I could probably look it up, but I don't know. Anyway, so that's sort of where the whole Easter tradition, of course, begins. Jesus is resurrected, and in the years since then, a lot of other traditions have sort of been added to the Easter celebration.
So I still don't understand how eggs came into play.
Egg. Well, Jesus loved eggs. Everyone knows that. It's not in the Bible, but it's inferred a lot. Jesus liked eggs, and because they're pretty. And the rabbits, of course, they were hopping around on the hill as Jesus preached often. They of course, would lay the eggs.
Chocolate eggs or like...
Well, don't eat the chocolate eggs is all I'm really trying to say.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't...
No,
work very
but...
well.
But see, Jesus, okay, it's a little weird.
A little?
I know a little bit about this. There's a lot more to it, I'm sure somebody could tell you. But so, eggs. All right, eggs are delicious.
Yeah.
I especially
yes.
like deviled eggs. I could eat probably 100 of those things.
I'm not too much on deviled eggs,
No.
probably because of the name.
No, well, maybe there's just some symbolism there.
There could be. There could be.
But no, the actual story about how the eggs got involved in the rabbits is those actually were incorporated as part of traditions that were going on already around the world.
I thought the whole Easter egg thing was like traditionally American. Is it not?
Oh, no. They've been coloring eggs for a long time to make them more appealing to small children.
Oh, maybe I should try that with vegetables.
Yeah, ooh, like the Easter broccoli.
Yes. Diet red.
Ooh.
Maybe the kid will eat it.
That's a good idea. But the important thing is that we remember the real reason that we do celebrate Easter is the resurrection of Jesus Christ, who died for our sins, and something that we should be thankful for, not just on Easter, but every day.
Yep. I actually, I don't know, 2 or 3 days ago, I posted a little short video, kind of along that same lines, just asking people why they were going to church on Easter. You had already covered part of it. It's some people, it's the Jesus holiday, right? There's 2 of them a year, Easter, Christmas. Go so Jesus doesn't forget you. So you got some folks that do that. You got some that do the whole going out and buying brand new wardrobes, all the little pretty pastel colors, so they can wear them to church. That whole Easter dress, Easter suit kind of thing. I'm not really a suit kind of guy, so. But yeah, that'll happen this weekend. But kind of along the lines you just said, we want to make sure that people really understand what the holiday's about and why they should go to church. And then I want to at least emphasize that if you just come on Easter or Christmas, we'd like to challenge you to maybe check it out the following week. Maybe continue to go to church.
Because they do have church practically every Sunday.
Every Sunday, some Wednesdays. Yeah, I know that's kind of strange. But yeah, they have church every week. So we want to challenge you not to just come on Easter or Christmas, but check it out every other week. Like I said in the video that I posted on Facebook, if you'll come this week for Easter and expect God to show up, He'll show up Sunday, He'll show up Monday, He'll show up every other day of the week. It's kind of cool how He does that. So I guess if you can raised from the dead, you can show up anywhere, anytime.
Right. So so get plugged in, get involved, and have a happy Easter, and we'll see you all next time.
Yeah, hunt some eggs for me.
You know, Jesus could be like a zombie.
Zombie
Jesus.
Zombie Joe.
Rose from the